Hey everybody, I'm Aaron Simmons. This is Philosophy for Where We Find Ourselves, October 31st, 2023. Happy Halloween. I'm crazy turkey head. Give me some candy. Well, actually today, in memory of Matthew Perry, I've been watching a lot of Friends episodes and decided to recreate the famous turkey on the head scene from Friends. What are you going as today? What are you going to dress up as? Well, I want to give you 3 ideas that are philosophical resources for making your night of trick-or-treating and festivities maybe a little bit more compelling. These 3 ideas all are rooted in the notion that at Halloween, of course, we dress up, we put on masks, we become other people for one night. We are superheroes. We are mutant ninja turtles. We end up becoming whoever it is that we want to imagine ourselves as being. So in order to think about this, I want to start with Jean-Paul Sartre's idea, where he says hell is other people. Now, when Sartre says that hell is other people, what he's actually suggesting is that we already put on masks, we put on faces when we navigate the world. This is what T.S. Eliot meant when he says that we must put on faces to meet the faces that we meet. Hell is other people, says Sartre, because we don't get to rest easy in our own freedom, because there's always this social world naming us before we get to figure out who we want to be. We are already in costume, as it were, and this really kind of sucks a lot of the time. But we might think, and this is number 2, that we should just be ourselves. We should lean back into who it is we authentically are. But here's where I want to think about Søren Kierkegaard, who suggests that we are only ever becoming a self. Selfhood is a kind of accomplishment. In other words, we aren't authentically someone and then go out into the world and put on masks and, betray ourselves. It's instead that we actively become the self we are becoming insofar as we make choices every day about who to be. We are who we are becoming. As I put on the face that meets the faces I meet, I am shaping the self I am becoming. So again, it's not that I am a self and then go into the world. I go into the world and become the self I will be. The third thought is one that has to do with the fact that on Halloween, we like to perform all these different characters, to become someone else. Well, this got me thinking about Judith Butler's notion of performance as a mode of embodiment. Her claim is not that we are bodies, that we have bodies, but that we perform our bodies. Our bodies actually are a kind of character in the play in which we are starring. We are shaping our identity by navigating the world as bodies in particular ways. Now, this is really cool because, of course, go back to the Sartre idea, we perform our bodies for an audience of the others. They, to some significant degree, shape the performance that I actually play. Now, for Butler, this is something that can be both depressing and frustrating because we end up having our bodies constrained in so many ways by particular social expectations and social mores and the power structures of our particular context, our lives. But it's also something that can be really liberating because we realize that we are not trapped only in one role. We can perform ourselves otherwise. So when we link these ideas together, I think it actually frees us up to realize that maybe Halloween is every day. We don't actually become, Marvel characters and ninjas and turtles and stuff every day, but we become the self that we are hoping to become. And we do this by putting on a bodily performance, by masking ourselves in a way that we actually hope becomes our true face. So let me encourage you with that today. Have a ball tonight. Enjoy wherever you are, meeting other people, performing yourself in all kinds of crazy ways. But at the same time, remember, this is something we do all the time. That hell might be other people, but other people are also an audience that invite me to become the self that I genuinely hope I live into. And maybe that's something that's pretty cool. I'll see you next time, unless a piano falls on our turkey-covered heads.